All right, today we're going to be talking about using units of conversions, and we're going to be talking about measurement with capacity. So I think this is the easiest trick you can use. We're going to talk about the land of gallon. So this is going to be one of those things where on your whiteboards I would have had you do over and over and over again, and we would have raced with our friends. So after I'm done teaching it, I'd like you to pause the video and then in your notebook write it over and over and over again so that you have it memorized easily. So what it's going to look like is in the land of gallon. So we're going to draw a big G. So G for gallon. In the land of gallon there lived 4 queens. So we're going to do 4 Q's. And each queen had 2 princesses. So inside of the Q's I'm going to write P's for princesses, which are pints. And each princess had 2 cats, which stands for cups. So then inside of each P, we're going to put 2 C's for cats, which are cups. So CC, 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 and CC. So at the end of this video, I'm going to kind of break it down why this is important, but we're going to do it one more time together. All right. So, in the land of gallon, there lived 4 queens. And each queen had 2 princesses. And each princess had 2 cats. So this is what I want you doing in your notebook, just over and over and over again, saying the story out loud. So again, in the land of gallon, there lived 4 queens. 1, 2, 3, 4. Each queen had 2 princesses. So there's 2 princesses in each Q. And then each princess had 2 cats. So in the land of gallon, there lived 4 queens. Each queen had 2 princesses, and each princess had 2 cats. We're going to do it one more time. And this time I'm going to be explaining what each of those stands for and why this is important. So in the land of gallon, there lived 4 queens. And each queen had 2 princesses. And each princess had 2 cats. Okay, so why is this important? This is important because the G stands for gallons. So when you look here, this G stands for 1 gallon. So inside of 1 gallon, there are 4 Q's, which stand for quarts. So Q is for quart. So every gallon is 4 quarts. So when you go to the grocery store and you buy a gallon of milk, you could really say that you're buying 4 quarts of milk because inside of a gallon are 4 quarts. The P stands for pints, so think about in the lunchroom when you're going through the lunch line and you get one of those milk cartons, that is a pint. That's a pint of milk. So we would need 2 of those to fit into 1 quart, into 1 quart. And then we would need how many to fit into 1 gallon? We'd count all of our P's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 P's, there are 8 pints that fit inside of 1 gallon. All right, and then C is for cups. C is for cups. So P was pint, and C is for cup. So in order to find out how many cups are in a gallon, we would need to count up all of our C's. That's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. There are 16 cups in a gallon. So this is going to be really helpful. If you memorize this land of gallon, then it's going to be really easy for you to do these conversions. Again, we're working smarter, not harder. You won't have so much math to do. You can do a lot of it mentally. So if I were to say how many pints are in 2 quarts, we would find 2 quarts, 1, 2, and then we would count how many P's are inside of each. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there would be 4 pints in and 2 quarts. All right, now it might get a little bit trickier through your classwork. You might be talking about 2 gallons instead of 1 gallon, but if you know how much are in 1 gallon, then you should be able to solve for 2 gallons, and so on and so forth. So I hope that this little trick was helpful. Feel free always to schedule some office hours if you need extra help. All right, thank you guys.